So welcome to our Discover Essential Oils for a Healthy and Happy Life. Thank you for joining me. I hope that this gives you a really great overview of how you can use essential oils in your home and through your everyday life. So tonight we're going to talk about what essential oils are, what's the difference with doTERRA, how can you use essential oils, what are the best oils to start with, and how to get essential oils at the best price. So to start with, I wanted to go over a little bit about me so that you know who I am and a bit about my story. So I am a leader in doTERRA. I am an essential oil educator, and part of my passion is to see people tapping into natural alternatives that can support them for all sorts of things through their everyday lives. One of my greatest passions is really encouraging people to see more about what these oils can do than just a first aid type thing, and actually tapping into the amazing way that they can support us for everything. So I have a very successful business that I run, as well as doing the education with the essential oils. I'm a wife, a mother of two. This is my daughter, beautiful daughter. I think she's about just under 2 in this photo. And I live a very fulfilled life by meeting new people all the time through this opportunity to share into people's lives with oils, and I'm absolutely loving it. So my goal is just to make sure that people have the information that this is another option or opportunity that is available out there to be able to support you through everyday life. So hopefully this evening gives you a good overview of that. So about 80% of the world's population is now looking to natural options to support them for all sorts of things, and many people are starting to get a little bit disillusioned with the opportunities or options that are available that we're faced with, and are getting a little bit disillusioned by not having something that works, and also the amount of toxic chemicals and products that are faced every day, and they're looking for an alternatives option. So that does include essential oils in that. So what is an essential oil? It's an aromatic medical compound found in plants, and that can come from all sorts of areas from the plants. Most of them are steam distilled, or they're cold pressed, and the cold pressed ones tend to be your citrus oils, and they've got powerful and safe benefits. So this picture is actually of a peppermint leaf, and the purple picture is zoomed in under a microscope, and you can see those little greeny yellow sacs, and they are the essential oils that are on the peppermint leaf, and those oils are extracted, and they have the medicinal compounds that the plant uses to protect itself, and we are able to tap into that for ourselves and have the benefits of that there. So you can see how minute that is on the leaf, and we're tapping into that. So 1 drop of peppermint oil equals 28 cups of peppermint tea, or 28 bags of peppermint tea, and it's 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. And that is something that is really important to remember, because just because it's a natural product does not mean that it's you shouldn't use caution when doing any kind of use with essential oils, making sure you dilute when you use them topically, and not just going in willy-nilly saying, oh yeah, it's natural, so it must be safe. They are very safe. It's just making sure that you use them with informed education about it as well. And there's lots of places that you can learn more about how to use them. So they're a safe, effective and affordable alternative to synthetic remedies, and a lot of times they can actually work alongside other modalities as well. And there's a lot of medical practitioners that are now incorporating essential oils into the way they care for their patients, and they're seeing dramatic results with that. The Vanderbilt Hospital in the US has been using doTERRA essential oils in their emergency ward for the last, I think it's 5 years, with no adverse reactions at all. And they've been having amazing results with the staff and also the patients that are in there. So they're seeing really great results with that. They also have the ability to address problems versus masking the symptoms. So the essential oils can go into our bodies and find what's actually causing it, whatever the issue that is we're working with, and help our bodies to be able to address what's going on, which is really great. And you have the option to take informed self-care and that's really important these days. And that's one thing that I really want to encourage people to do, is step back into taking ownership of what we're doing with our bodies and having an empowered approach to how we care for ourselves. So over the time, Western medicine has kind of come in and we've handed over our ability to read our bodies, understand what they're doing, and we've kind of given that over to someone else. And I'm not saying Western medicine should not be used. I actually think it's amazing and it certainly has its place. You know, when my son fell out of his bed and fractured his skull, you know what? I was really grateful for Western medicine. But things that we can support ourselves with, we start to take back a lot of that empowerment when we are listening to what our bodies need. And this is what we start to do when we walk down this path with essential oils. So if there was something that you were working on and looking for a positive result for, and you found something was safe, affordable and effective, would you use it? And when I ask that question in a class that I've got people around, majority of the people say yes. Let me know exactly what I can do to work through these problems that I've been dealing with for so long. And you know what? Some people find relief really, really quickly. They find the right oil for the situation that they're dealing with, and it's a really great result. Some people may use a little bit of extra time to find the right options for them. But in most cases, you'll have something that's going to be able to at least help you, you know, move from feeling an 8 on the scale of pain. Let's say it's between 1 and 10, you might be on an 8 and you might get down to a 6 or a 5 by using an essential oil. So it's helping you in some way, which is really powerful. They're very effective. So the plants produce essential oils to fight threats that are attacking them, things like mold, fungus, viruses and bacteria. And this is their defense mechanism. And because it's a natural product that we're using, our body can actually understand what it is that we're using and utilize it in the same way as the plants do. So it's a really great modality to use in our lives, because our body really does understand it, and there's no known side effects. Some people have different responses with the oils, and everybody's different. Just with any kind of I guess treatment or anything that you're using, everybody will respond differently. So it's always finding what works for you. As far as the cost, they're very affordable. So let's say you're using peppermint. So peppermint is a great oil for helping you cool down. So these kind of days in Brisbane particularly are stinking hot and they just feel horrible. You can use some peppermint on a cool face washer and place it along the back of your neck. You might want to do a cool foot bath. It helps to waken you up. It helps a lot of people with head tension and is in a lot of those migra-stick type things. So you could use a drop of peppermint to help cool you down, and that's actually going to cost you 10 cents. A bottle of peppermint is $25 wholesale, and there's 250 drops in that bottle. So you've got 250 times that you can use that bottle to help support you for whatever that is that you're needing support for, and you can go back to it multiple times. And I've only covered a couple of things that peppermint does. There's so many things that it's really great for. But then you've got to look at other things. You may not need to take days off work if you can help your immune system fight through things, you know, using your On Guard, your oregano, your lemon, those ones that are going to really boost your immune system. Kids might be really anxious about going to school, and if you can use oils that can support their emotions and help them to feel comfortable at school, you know, or they're needing support with their immune system as well. You know, if they're really stressed, you might be using things like Balance and Wild Orange to help them with helping them feel a lot calmer and more able to deal with what's going on with them. Then what is it about doTERRA that sets them apart from others? So you've probably heard of essential oils. That's almost like it's a new fad that's going around. Essential oils have been around for thousands of years, just not necessarily in the same pretty packaging and ease of access that we have these days. So doTERRA has an extremely high-grade essential oil known as Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade, or CPTG. Now, this is a trademark that doTERRA has created themselves because there's no regulation in the essential oil industry. So people can say that their oil is 100% pure, and they might say that on their bottle, but it only needs to have 1% of oil in a bottle. to say that. And so doTERRA has wanted to create an essential oil that is the most potent, purest, and most effective oil in the world. And they've really gone about doing that in a whole range of ways. So those oils that you use through doTERRA, they'll only have the oil that it says on the bottle. So my bottle of lavender that's sitting here is 100% lavender oil. It smells so different. So I never used to like lavender. It kind of was very hit and miss for me. It reminded me of old women and potpourri and that really fake synthetic kind of smell. So what we get with the doTERRA ones, we have a much better quality, higher quality. They are a purer grade, and a lot of them are food grade as well. Not all of them are, but you are able to use these oils in your cooking, and some people even use them internally to help support overall benefits in their system. So doTERRA uses lots of things to get to that CPTG. There's 13 individual tests that are run on every single batch of oil. So if anything kind of shows up in a batch that they've got, they will not sell it, and they'll take that off the market. And that is why we're seeing things like Melissa, which is lemon balm, and Roman chamomile that have been not available for sale for nearly 2 years. They're just coming back now because the crops that were producing their oils, 2 years ago, were not giving the high enough grade oil that doTERRA would put their CPTG labeling on. So they no longer made it available for sale until they could guarantee that the quality of the oil was there, and also the sustainability of being able to provide it. So I will just turn off that. Sorry, just there we go. So what's the benefits of doTERRA? They are 100% pure with no artificial ingredients, fragrances, or fillers. Now, they're also harvested from indigenous plants, and what that means is when you have a plant that is growing in its indigenous area, so let's say, for example, in Australia, they source tea tree and eucalyptus because Australia is known to have the best environment to grow that, and it grows here indigenously. So when you have an oil that is sourced from an indigenous location, or the area that plant, it might even grow as a weed because it might have gone to a new country, being introduced there, and it's growing better than its native area. So when you do take oils from an indigenous area, you're getting a higher quality oil from that. It's not like you're planting peppermint next to lavender, next to orange, next to lemon, next to eucalyptus on a farm, which everything's under the same environment. You'll find that if you get lavender from France or Bulgaria, it's this amazing difference, and the qualities of that is a lot different to what you'll get maybe growing in, trying to think somewhere, let's say Perth. I don't know. I don't even know if Perth has lavender farms or anything, but I'd assume not. So those are some of the benefits that you get by sourcing indigenously. They are safe. As I mentioned before, the quality of the oils is tested on every single batch, and doTERRA works really closely with chemists and also the growers, which I'll talk about in just a moment. And they have to be potent. So what that means is those oils are not like something that you may see in a health food store, or heaven forbid a $2 shop or something like that, where it will say 100% pure lavender, and you don't know what's in that. And from each bottle of oil, you might have different results. If you were to get a bottle of lemon from doTERRA, it's going to have, even though it's a natural product, it has to stay within certain parameters to show the potency of an oil. So lemon is going to be able to make you feel uplifted. It's going to help those moods when you're feeling quite low. It's going to be invigorating. It is going to be able to clean. It's going to help detox your system. And that is what they do with their testing to make sure it's going to actually do what you'd expect that oil to do. So as far as sourcing from indigenous areas, doTERRA sources from over 43 countries worldwide. So what that means is we're getting access to plants and crops that are grown where they grow best. And we're also using what is called co-impact sourcing, which is their initiative to support Indigenous farmers as well. So people who have been growing these crops and plants for centuries are then able to, they know what is the best way to grow them, how to process them, how to distill them, and doTERRA is working very closely with them to make sure that they are supported. They've cut out a lot of middlemen in the essential oil industry. There's lots of farmers not being paid and not being paid enough. They're kind of, not making the money, whereas the middlemen are making all the money. So doTERRA has cut out middlemen, and the growers are now getting a very fair, often a lot higher than what they're being paid before, wage. doTERRA also goes in and helps to support the communities to ensure that the communities are supported there. Things like schooling. If you watch a video about doTERRA and Vetiver and co-impact sourcing, they installed a water well for the growers there who used to have to walk 3 hours a day just to get water. And this is just a very touching video that you can watch. Goes for about 6 minutes, and it just really shows the heart of what doTERRA does to make this such a sustainable business for other people as well. So, and then we can use the oils in 3 different ways. So aromatically is probably the most commonly used and most known way of using the oils. So aromatically is smelling. It's going through your olfactory senses, through your nose, into your limbic system of your brain, and that can really affect your emotions. So it's a really powerful way if you're trying to support moods. So aromatically, there's quite a few different things that you can use. So this picture is of a diffuser, so a cold water diffuser that will create a mist, and the essential oils will be vibrated at high speed, and they will come out with the water and go into the atmosphere, and you'll breathe them in. So it's great to support through the day, even over the night. My kids have them in the diffusers in their room at night to help them sleep. I'll often use them through the day to support their emotions and their moods. Been having balance on today with some citrus bliss, which is really uplifting. It's just been one of those days. So it really is supporting them and us as well. You can, as simply as taking the lid off the bottle and breathing in from the bottle, get support from the oils aromatically as well. You can also put a drop of oil into your hands, rub them together, and then cup them around your nose and mouth and inhale. And that can give you enough support from the oils too to really bring you to a much calmer place if that's an issue that you're looking for. You can also get diffuser jewellery as well, necklaces and bracelets and things like that, to be able to support yourself aromatically. Now, a lot of people know the old oil burners, and they used to use their oils in the burners. You can, if you want to, put your essential oils into the doTERRA oils into a burner, but what happens is that actually the heat of the flame will actually change the chemical structure of the oils, and so they'll still smell, and you'll kind of smell this nice aroma, but the therapeutic benefit of these oils will be diminished. So you're kind of wasting the benefits of them. So using a diffuser is a much safer but also much more effective way to use your oils. Now, I did touch on the emotional side of using them, and doTERRA has some great emotional oils, and if I can suggest that people with kids particularly always have balance available, which is, the grounding blend. It helps to really calm you down and bring you back to feeling like things are okay. Amazing oil, and we go through it a lot here. It's like it's on a monthly order for us because we never, ever, ever want to run out of it. But what I really want to encourage people to think about with essential oils is stepping away from just seeing them as a first aid or a nice smelly thing. You're coming down with something, and so you reach for your On Guard or your oregano, your tea tree, your Easy Air, those ones that support your immune system, or you're feeling stressed. So at that time of stress, you reach for something that is going to help you in that moment. If you can step back from that and actually look at how you can support your body each and every day. So by doing things like aromatic dressing, which if anyone is on my Facebook page, I have a video on there which explains aromatic dressing, and starting to choose oils in a intuitive way. So you just go for what oil that you're led for, add it to some fractionated coconut oil, which is a carrier oil, helps to dilute the oils. or a unscented body lotion, and then you apply that to your body and you'll get the emotional support but also the physical support of the oils too. And so the emotional side is a really powerful way that you can use the oils on a daily basis to bring you back to being able to cope with what's going on. The ups and downs that we have through our lives can not be as big, so not such big peaks and troughs and things like that that you've got to deal with. Things still happen, but when you're proactively using your oils through the day to support you, you'll find that they're not such a big influence on you, and they can really support you to be able to move through what's going on. So emotionally, these oils that are up here at the moment are specifically for mood management and emotional aromatherapy support, but every single oil that is out there has an emotional side that it can help you with. And I just love sharing about that and helping people to learn about that, because that is when things start to change and people's lives really shift, when the physical things that are showing up in our bodies are often underlying. There's an emotional issue that when we deal with that, those physical things often get less or disappear altogether. So it's a really powerful way of starting to use your oils. So another way you can use them is topically. So topically is applying directly to somewhere on your body that needs some assistance or support. Anytime you do use topically, please make sure you are diluting your oil. So I mentioned before fractionated coconut oil. That is what doTERRA offers as a carrier oil, and that is just coconut oil that's had the medium chain fatty acids removed so it doesn't go solid. So if you're wanting to make your own blends and make them in your own roller bottles in winter, they're going to go solid if you're using normal coconut oil. Fractionated coconut oil does not go solid at all. It will also not smell like coconut, and it absorbs a lot quicker too. So I love to use that. I don't tend to use it I'm in Brisbane, so I don't tend to use it so much on me for aromatic dressing in summer because I don't like the feeling of the oil. I use a lotion, but I do use it in my roller bottles and on the bottom of my feet. So the bottom of your feet is a great place to apply the oils because we have reflex points on the bottom of our feet, also on our hands, that correspond to different parts of our bodies. So when we apply the oils to those spots, those places, the oils can help to support our body even though it's not directly going into that area. So for example, struggling to sleep at night, and it's because your brain is overactive and you're thinking too much. If you apply a calming oil to your big toe, that actually corresponds to your brain and can help to calm down what your brain is, whether it's overstimulated or things like that. So that is one way that you can support yourself with sleep. And some people find that is just great. They'll put a drop of vetiver or lavender piece onto their big toe just before bed. Honestly, if you can do it, have a bedtime routine that, gives you half an hour of maybe diffusing and calming your brain down, it'll have a much better result. But a lot of people will apply the oils to their big toe and have a really great result there. It's also a lot safer because our skin is a lot thicker on the bottom of our feet and also on our hands. So things like applying topically for children is great on the bottom of your feet because it does support their whole system without having to be all over them. And it's a lot safer for those really young kids because you can apply it to the bottom of the feet and then maybe put their shoes and socks on and they're not touching or putting it in their mouth or anything. And it's a really great way to support them. Another way to use the oils is internally. So you can take doTERRA oils internally. They are food grade oils, so you can use them in your cooking as well. Not every oil can be taken internally, and everybody is different with whether they're comfortable with doing this or what they use as well. So I personally do take the oils internally because I've seen amazing ways that they've supported me. So for example, On Guard, which you can see in the picture there, a drop of that into a empty veggie capsule, which was what this picture is about. And I take that if I'm starting to feel a bit run down, and I may apply some extra oils in there. So there's an immune bomb that is On Guard, tea tree, oregano, lemon, and frankincense. And those 5 oils into that capsule, taken with some fat. So I might take it with some coconut oil, like a tablespoon of coconut oil, or some, often it's cheese because I really like cheese, something that's fatty. And then that can help, and I'll often take it with meals as well. And I might do that a few times a day if I'm really feeling run down and like something's threatening me to make me feel sick. And I find that that is a really powerful way of using them. I also will use them in my water through the day to support me. And again, personal preference whether you do this. I will do it most days, often putting some lemon in there. Also, I love wild orange. Wild orange is a great oil to lift your mood, and it also helps with an energy boost. So it's a really good one to have going in there. If you do use them in a water bottle or any kind of cup, make sure that it is stainless steel or glass, because essential oils can break down the plastic and you'll start to ingest the petrochemicals, and that will obviously counteract anything. If you're wanting to use lemon to help detox your system and draw those nasty things out, if you're then drinking petrochemicals, it's not a good combination. So glass, stainless steel, or ceramic is a safe option to use them for. I do use them in my cooking as well. I use them quite a lot for added flavour. Not so much if you're actually using them when you're cooking food, as in you're heating it. The therapeutic benefits may be diminished, so I tend to use it more for the flavour in that situation. The cold desserts, things like that, like I make a chocolate mousse with peppermint in it and sometimes wild orange in some of them. That one will still have those benefits there that you'll get from the oils. But in most cases, I'm using it purely for the actual flavour. And oh my goodness, it's so good. It's so much fresher than using dried herbs, and even from the garden, because that one drop of peppermint oil is the equivalent of 28 tea bags of flavour and potency. So I'm getting quite a lot of flavour into my food by using the oils. Always start with the lowest amount anytime you're using internally in your cooking, and then see how your body responds to it, or the flavour, etc. And from then you can add more if you choose to, and see whether you need some more. So always listen to your body. It is really important that you do actively participate in the journey that you do with essential oils and see what your body's telling you about what you're doing. So there are some amazing oils that are probably the most popular oils that people start out with. And the reason this is this is often seen as the first aid kit from nature, Mother Nature's first aid kit. And what this means is emotionally and physically, when something comes up in your house, you will have something there that you can reach for to help to support you, because each of these oils will do more than one thing. So you've got your lavender, it's very calming and relaxing, great for skin issues. Combine it with tea tree, which, you know, Melaleuca tea tree. It's great to support any kind of skin to heal as well. It's great for that. You've got your lemon, which we talked about, great for cleaning. I use it so much for cleaning. I've just used it tonight to remove sticky residue off some new plates that I've just purchased. So took them off straight away. It's great. It's so good. And I use it probably every day. I'd be using lemon. It's in my cleaning spray for my bench. It helps to lift your mood. So I'm using it in my cleaning. I don't particularly like cleaning, but the lemon oil helps me to feel better about it. So, you know, you can be using the benefits of the oils to make you feel better about doing something you don't really want to do. So it's a really, really powerful way of kind of introducing them in as well. And a lot of the oils can be used for cleaning, even just for the aroma side of it as well. But most of them have got those anti-properties in them that will help you with being able to rid those nasty germs and stuff that you want to get rid of. Peppermint, we talked about before, great for respiratory health and oral health too. So you could use it for toothpaste, mouthwash. There's some peppermint beadlets that you can get that have got 1/4 of a drop in them that I use as instead of breath mints. It's amazing, just this amazing awakening in your mouth once you pop one of those in your mouth. It helps with any kind of digestive issues as well. And a lot of people use peppermint to help to support them when they have headaches. And they're in a lot of those kind of stick things that help with migraines and stuff. So it's a really great one to have on hand. And I did mention it helps with cooling you down too. Your body temperature can be reduced with that. Just be careful with peppermint. If you do have any kind of head tension, a lot of people go straight for applying it to their temples, right near their eyes. The vapors from peppermint will, as my husband says, make your eyeballs sweat. So just be careful of that, and apply them further back. Over your ears is a good spot. Above your ear there's a vein that kind of runs back into your brain, and it can take the oil straight back there and really waken you up. So melaleuca or tea tree, great again for skin. So often combining that with lavender is great to soothe any skin issues. Lavender is great for any mozzie bites and bug bites too. My son often gets bitten we get green ants and jumping ants here, and he'll get bitten by those, come and ask for the lavender, and within a minute the sting's gone and he's back playing again. So it's a really great one to have on hand. So tea tree helps with your immune support as well. You can use that for your cleaning. It helps to remove odours as well. I use it for a sore throat. Just a drop of tea tree on the tip of your tongue when you start to get a sore throat. It tastes revolting, but my goodness, it works. And if it doesn't work the first time, if you do it again 2 or 3 times within about half an hour, nearly every time I've used it, that has been enough to really ease that sore throat and taken the pain away, which is great. Now, oregano is a top shelf powerhouse immune supporting oil. It is phenomenal in what it can do to support your body's ability to heal. It has so many anti-properties in there. It is a must-have to have around. It is very potent, and you need to make sure if you do use this oil topically that you dilute it, because it's known as a hot oil, which means if you use it just the oil onto your skin, it could make a very warm burning sensation, and some people it can burn the actual skin. So always use that diluted. And I don't say that to scare you, it's to make sure that you are aware of that, because this oil should not be avoided because of fear. It should be incorporated when it's needed because it's extremely powerful. It helps with digestion, can also help with skin. It's a really powerful antioxidant. I helped my daughter with a wart with this. I used it and the wart was gone in a week or so. So it helps to actually address what's causing the wart rather than having something burnt off or use a chemical thing where the actual reason that the wart's there is still there. The oregano actually addresses the root cause of why the warts are coming. Frankincense is the king of oils. When in doubt, use frankincense. It helps with so many things. It's an overall calming oil and will really help to calm your system down. Helps uplift your mood as well. Great for skin. So a lot of people use it for beautifying the skin. I use it I often use coconut oil as my moisturizer. And so I will apply frankincense, a drop of frankincense in my moisturizer or my coconut oil, and apply that as my anti-aging serum, I guess you can call it. It's great for fine lines and wrinkles. And one of the most amazing things with frankincense is its ability to boost the benefits and properties of other oils. So it can make them more effective by applying that frankincense after it or in combination in a diffuser, etc. It really boosts the ability that those oils have got to support you. So that is just a must-have oil as well. Like, it's just phenomenal. We use a lot of it. It's my husband's favorite oil. He goes to it all the time. Anytime he makes a blend, what have you put in there? Oh, such and such and frankincense. He really loves it. And I will also take that often internally just to support my cell health as well. It's really good for helping with that. So the respiratory blend is called Easy Air, and that one helps to support respiratory functions. And it's also great for snoring. I need to remember to say that. So if you've got someone who is very noisy when they're sleeping, you can apply that over their chest or in the diffuser. Even on the big toe can actually help with that. I don't actually know why, but I've been told that on the big toe is great to help with the snoring. And it just opens those airways and helps to really ease the issue that actually causes the snoring. And this oil is one of the ones that actually got me into learning more about doTERRA and actually joining with my own membership, because my daughter had a respiratory issue that I'd never dealt with my son before, and normally it gets worse over 3 nights. And I messaged my sister who had just started learning about doTERRA, and I said, have you got anything that you can use to help with this? And she sent over some Easy Air. I think we use marjoram as well for support too. And we were diffusing and applying on the feet and along the spine. And the next day, hardly any issues with breathing. And then the 3rd day, nothing at all. It had all pretty much cleared up. So that was when I wanted to know more about this, because it's really powerful. I've always been using natural products in my life, but nothing has ever worked as quickly as what these oils do. And I'm always surprised by it. It just blows my mind. On Guard, the protective blend that helps to boost your immune systems, can be used in cleaning, purifies the air as well. We tend to diffuse it a lot, especially in winter. That's our, germ buster type one. I make my own foaming hand wash with it too, and my kitchen spray has On Guard on it with lemon, and sometimes I use eucalyptus in there too. It smells great, but it also, I know that it's really effective too. So that one is another good one to make sure that you do have at home, because it helps when you're coming down with something to be able to utilise that oil. You can also make really yummy apple slices by applying a couple of drops of On Guard into some water and soaking the apple slices in there, and they taste amazing and also give a boost to the immune system. So the soothing blend is known as Ice Blue, and that helps to support those muscle aches and pains. Some people, myself included, will use this oil when I've got issues with head tension. That's the one that tends to help me a lot more. It really helps with circulation and getting blood flow. I will give you a little tip that some people find it cooling, some people find it heating. I find it's really cooling. And the other day, last Monday, I was playing volleyball and I kind of pulled a muscle or something. I just didn't stretch properly up in my groin area, and I applied the Ice Blue. Actually did the Ice Blue rub, which is a cream version of it. Amazing stuff. My husband uses it all the time too. I applied that in my groin area, and it was fine to start with, and then it started to get quite uncomfortable. So when you are using the oils topically, avoid delicate areas. Don't put in your eyes, in your ears, up your nose, any kind of delicate areas. Just keep it away, because it can be quite intense. And yeah, I'll just leave it at that. But that one's a really great one for any kind of pain and supporting your body's ability to work through pain. It's a really good one. And then digestive blend is called DigestZen, and this one is great for any kind of digestive issues. And I know a lot of people whose lives have been totally transformed from digestive issues by using this blend. We use it a lot when my daughter, or particularly when she was teething. She was getting green, snotty, yucky stuff coming out her nose when she was teething. She wasn't sick, but that was what she did. And digestive blend actually helps your body to digest mucus. And when you apply that over the belly, it helps your body to digest the mucus. So I would use that with my daughter, and often 5-10 minutes after using it, it would clear up. She wouldn't have those green snotty things anymore. So it's a really, really great oil to have on hand. Any kind of, overeating or food poisoning type thing. So anytime you're traveling, make sure you have this oil available for that. Car sickness, motion sickness and things like that. It's a really great one to have on hand. So those ones are some really great ones to start with, because as I've mentioned, they'll do more than one thing, and you've kind of got this first aid kit that you can start to draw on if anything kind of comes up, and from there you can start to build with other oils so that you can support different things as well if you've got specific things that you're wanting to support. So a lot of the two most popular enrollment kits with doTERRA that you get your wholesale membership with have these oils in them, because they are the best ones to have as initial options. So The options that you do have with doTERRA, you can purchase a membership and pay $35, and then you can tailor make your own order to start with. So you may want to pick and choose oils that are going to support certain things that you're wanting to support in your life and in your family's life. The other option, and by far the most popular option, is starting with one of the intro kits. And those enrollment kits have the $35 membership fee waived, so you don't need to pay that. The oils in the kits are often cheaper than what you would pay wholesale for them. The two most popular kits have either a 5ml option or a 15ml option, and the Home Essentials kit comes with a free diffuser. And trust me, people go, oh, I might have diffusers at home. You will want more than one diffuser. I have about 7, but most of the time people want more diffusers. So it's a really great option, and by far the most popular option as well, because you get the big bottles, so you get a lot better value. But those are the two ways that you can access your own membership with doTERRA. So these are some of the other kits that are available. So the top two, the Essential Collection has the 5ml bottles, and the Home Essentials kit has the 15ml bottles and the free diffuser. So the Essential Collection will also, that's the 5ml bottle one, also has a metabolic blend that it'll come with to support curbing sugar cravings, your metabolism, just helping with that whole, making sure you're not overeating in a lot of cases, so it can really support with that. And there's a heap of different kits that are available. If you're looking at doing this as a business, or you have a business, or you have a large family, the oil sharing kit is actually a great option. It gives you some really great benefits, like 200 product credits back when you do one of their monthly orders the following month. So that's over $200 value. And you've also got other ones that can have the oils already diluted for topical use, and that aromatherapy kit too. So this is totally optional. I can't stress how much this is the best program ever. But this is totally an optional added thing that you can do once you have a membership, is join the monthly rewards program. And this is an auto ship that will ship to you every month, and you can choose what you order each month. You can change it, and you can stop it at any time. So I highly recommend that if you are going to be investing in the oils for your life, looking into this, because I get hundreds of dollars of free stuff, close to over $1,000 of free stuff every year, because I am part of the ordering. So it's a really great option. And the more you order, you increase the amount of benefits that you get back. You can start to earn points on every order. It's kind of like flybys or frequent flyers, but they take forever to get stuff back. Like, I'm literally getting free stuff every single month, and it's amazing. Like, I just can't. Sometimes I look at my orders that come in, like, that's crazy. So yeah, there are some benefits to ordering regularly. You can stop at any time, but if you are looking at really investing in these oils, the monthly loyalty rewards program, highly recommend it. The other options that you've got with doTERRA are, they're called 3 pathways. So there's 3 options on how you use your membership. You can live doTERRA, and that means that you're incorporating the oils into your life. You're really looking at a proactive way of supporting your family. So you might be, aromatically dressing in the morning, diffusing every day, using their supplements to support you. They've got shampoos, conditioners, etc. You're really living what this company is about, and getting the benefits of this wholesale membership. From there, you can choose to share with other people, and I'll pretty much say, once you see the benefits, you'll see people that have got issues with their kids or their health or whatever, and you say, have you tried this? How about you try some lavender to help calm your kids at night and give them a bit of better sleep? You got digestive issues, try some Digestin, because it's amazing. And then you can start with your sharing to actually have commissions coming in to help pay for your oils. So it's a really great option to get your oils for free. Who doesn't want free stuff? So it's a great way to use them. And then you do have the option to move into building a business with doTERRA. And there is a huge financial option when you do start to share with other people, and you can build a very sustainable business that can support you financially. There's people that have gone from having literally no money to earning quite a lot of money every month by sharing the love of these oils and helping other people. The best thing about this whole thing with having your membership is you will never have pressure to do anything unless you want to. But if you decide to, you will have a lot of support. And so that's the good thing. It's always there that you can come to when you're ready. And that may be never. So it's totally up to you. And then when you do open a wholesale membership, you need to look at the person who is going to be supporting you. So if someone has referred you to this video or this webinar, please go back and speak to them about how they will be able to support you, and make sure that you understand what they can do to support you as you are learning with your oils, and see what it is that fits well with you there. And if they were the first person to speak with you about the oils, make sure you do talk to them. So if you've come here through my Facebook page or through an invitation from me, I do have exclusive enrollment offers. So if you do decide to open your wholesale membership with me as your support, I do have some great little offers. And I then support you with using your oils, whether that's personal use for your animals. I also help support you if you're wanting to do this as a business. I have Facebook groups, I do regular giveaways, and I do training as well. So it is making sure that it's not just purchasing some oils and then, like, I put mine away when I first got them because they were new and they were scary. I want to make sure that you have resources that you can tap into to become empowered to use them. And then where do you go from here? So if you are ready to step into the oily journey and really change your life, you can head straight to www.joinvitalia.com.au, and that'll take you through the process of opening your wholesale membership with me. As I said, if someone else has referred you here, please speak to them. And if you want to, you can also head to my Facebook page, which is on here, facebook.com/vitalia.au. And there's lots of information on there about how to use your oils. So my goal is to help people get these into their lives, because they've changed my life in so many ways. And the people that I have helped along the way whose lives have changed, it's just amazing. And it gives me goosebumps when I hear their stories about helping them and their families. So if you have any questions at all, please feel free to send me a message, either via my phone, or you can also email me, or through my Facebook page as well. So I hope tonight has really given you a great overview. And yeah, hopefully you'll want to introduce these oils into your life. So thank you very much for joining me.